Okay, stop. Whatever you are doing right now, pause it. Because in the next 30 minutes, I'm about to walk you through the most insane, most jaw-dropping, most absolutely unreal mega mansion I have ever set foot in. We're talking black crystal walls, walls of living fire, waterfalls inside the house, and a master suite that will make your entire apartment feel like a coat closet. Let's go. Before we take one more step,
Unlock the future of luxury living. Subscribe now.
all right, let's get inside. Look at this. Look at this. You haven't even touched the front door, and this place is already flexing on you. We are walking down 200 meters of hand-laid Belgian cobblestone, and on either side of us, 64 custom black steel torch pillars, all gas-powered, all automated. The owner can light every single one of them from a smartphone app. One tap, the whole driveway becomes a scene straight out of fantasy film. Now here's something most people walk straight past. Look down. The cobblestones are not random. They are laid in a Fibonacci spiral pattern, intentionally designed so that the pattern draws your eye forward, psychologically pulling you toward the entrance. The architect called it architectural seduction. I call it absolutely extra, and I am here for it. But honestly, the driveway is the appetizer. What's waiting behind that 12-foot door is going to make your jaw physically hit the floor. Come on. Oh my, okay. Okay. Can we just take a second? Because I've been in a lot of houses. A lot. And I have never walked through a front door and been hit with the sound of waterfall. That wall right there, that is 15 meters of raw black granite, quarried from a single mountain in Norway, and water has been running down it continuously since the day this house was completed. It never stops. It runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The floor is book-matched black Nero Marquina marble, meaning they slice the same slab in half and open it like a book, so the veining forms a perfect mirror image. Your footsteps on this floor, you can hear them echo from 40 meters away. This is not a foyer. This is a statement. And speaking of storms, what I'm about to show you next has actual fire and actual water in the same room, simultaneously. The physics of it alone cost more than most people's houses. Let's go. This is the room. I feel like every great tour has that one room, the room that justifies the entire video. For this house, it's this great room. 280 square meters of pure, unapologetic luxury. Let's break down what's happening here, because there is a lot. First, this central feature. That is a 5-meter custom bioethanol fire installation, and it is sitting on a frame cantilevered over a shallow infinity edge water trough. No smoke, no fumes, just clean, living flame, perfectly reflected in the water below it. So you are seeing 12 flames, 6 real, 6 reflected. The designer called it the illusion. I'm calling it the most expensive centerpiece I have ever seen, and I cannot stop staring at it. The furniture is all custom, every single piece designed specifically for this room. The sectional sofa, hand-stitched black cashmere fabric from a mill in Scotland. The coffee table is a single slab of petrified wood. This piece is literally millions of years old, with a black resin pore filling the natural voids. It is simultaneously prehistoric and ultramodern. That tension, that's the whole design DNA of this house. And I love this one. The glass wall you're seeing right now, it's not fixed glass. It's a 12-meter sliding pocket door system that disappears completely into the wall cavity. One button, the entire wall opens. The great room and the outdoor terrace become a single, seamless space of over 500 square meters. When they open it up for events, the fire and water feature becomes the centerpiece of both spaces simultaneously. Absolute cinema. Now, I told you fire and water would be a theme in this house. But the next room? It takes water to an entirely different level. Think an ocean. Inside. Follow me. I genuinely did not expect this. I knew this house had a saltwater aquarium. I did not know the aquarium was the dining room. 3 walls. 3 walls. 400,000 liters of salt water. Over 200 species of fish. And in the middle of all of it, a 14-seat dining table carved from a single piece of black basalt stone. There are 3 separate reef ecosystems in here: a tropical reef, a deep water section, and a kelp forest panel. Each one is maintained at its own specific temperature and salinity. The life support system for this aquarium alone occupies an entire room in the basement. It runs on renewable energy, solar-powered pumps, and UV filtration 24 hours a day. This one is a little magical. At exactly midnight every night, the aquarium lighting shifts to a full bioluminescent simulation mode. The artificial corals and certain jellyfish in the tank start glowing neon blue and violet. The entire dining room looks like you're sitting on the floor of a luminescent ocean. The owners host late dinners specifically timed so guests experience this. If you're ever lucky enough to get an invite here, stay until midnight. I mean, most people have a fish tank on a shelf. These people made the fish tank the architecture. Unbelievable. Now, we've done the foyer, the great room, the dining room. Time to go up. Because the upper level of this house is where things get genuinely personal and genuinely insane. The staircase alone costs more than a Ferrari. Come on. Right. So, this staircase. Each one of these 32 steps is a hand-cut piece of solid smoky quartz crystal, and each one appears to be floating in mid-air with zero visible support. How? There is a single central steel spine, engineered so precisely that it is completely hidden within the rise of each step. You cannot see it. You cannot feel it. From every angle, it looks like 32 slabs of crystal are simply hovering in the air. The handrail is a single piece of black tempered glass, 12 millimeters thick, running the entire helical length of the staircase without a single joint or seam. That required a custom glass bending facility, working for 6 weeks to produce one piece. 6 weeks, one handrail. And this applies to anyone who builds or designs. The lighting in this staircase void is not built into the steps themselves. It comes from a ring of concealed LED strips at every floor level, angled precisely to light the underside of each crystal step. The glow you see coming through the crystal, that's reflected light, not direct light. The whole effect was designed by a theatrical lighting consultant who normally works on Broadway shows. That is the level of detail we are dealing with in this house. All right, we're heading up. And on the upper level, I need to stop and show you the home office, the spa, and the master suite. But first, something I was not prepared for at all. A room that proves this owner has absolutely zero chill. In the best possible way. Follow me. Can we just stop for a second and look at these walls? This is the reason the house is called the Black Crystal Mansion. These panels are raw black tourmaline and obsidian, sourced from mines in Brazil and Iceland, and they are embedded with thousands of fiber optic strands that make it look like the universe is literally inside the stone. It is one of the most visually spectacular things I have ever stood next to in my life. The corridor is 30 meters long and lined with 8 large format art pieces. Each one is a custom commission from a different international artist, all working with the theme of fire and water. Every piece in this gallery costs more than most annual salaries. This hallway is not just a hallway. It's a private museum. If you want to truly see what these walls can do, turn off every other light source. Total darkness, just these fiber optics glowing. The owner told me they walk this corridor every night before bed specifically for that experience. They call it the reset. There's something genuinely meditative about standing inside something that looks this cosmic. Okay, through this door is the home office, and I promise you, working from home has never, ever looked like this. Ever. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I considered just staying here. Not finishing the tour. Just staying. This desk alone. Single piece of live-edge obsidian. A natural volcanic glass slab. 3 meters long. Polished to a mirror finish on the top surface. Raw and jagged on the edges and underside. It weighs over 800 kilograms. They had to reinforce the floor beneath this specific spot before installation. The technology integration in this room is wild. The monitors are embedded directly into the desk surface, flush with the obsidian, viewed through sections of optically clear display glass. There are no wires. None. Everything routes through a conduit hidden inside the desk structure. And that small fire feature on the back wall, it's voice activated. You say ignite, and it lights. You say extinguish, and it goes out. For when you need dramatic atmosphere during a Zoom call. The acoustic treatment in this office is completely invisible. Look at these walls and tell me where the sound panels are. You can't see them, right? They're behind the crystalline-laid plaster finish. Custom acoustic panels bonded to the back of decorative facing. The room has a sound isolation rating that means you literally cannot hear any noise from outside this room. Not the waterfall, not the aquarium. Complete silence, unless you choose otherwise. In a house this spectacular, the ability to have total quiet is actually the greatest luxury of all. Alright, let's keep moving because the spa is next, and I've been told that the cold plunge pool in there is fed by a natural spring. I'm gonna find out if that's actually true. Let's go. Oh, it is running right now. This hammam is just on, all the time, available. The walls in here are solid black granite heated from behind by radiant panels. The stone gets to 40 degrees and radiates heat slowly, the way traditional hammams have worked for thousands of years. Except this one has chromotherapy lighting, a built-in aromatherapy misting system, and a ceiling that is entirely backlit onyx. This is a spa you would pay $500 for at a 5-star hotel, and it is just someone's bathroom. Now, the cold plunge. Yes, it is fed by a natural spring. The property sits above an underground aquifer. A dedicated borehole brings spring water directly into this plunge pool at a constant 11 degrees Celsius, completely naturally. No refrigeration. The owner told me it is the first thing they do every single morning. 11 degrees. Every morning. Honestly, respect. The tiles are not black ceramic. They are black glass mosaic tiles, individually set by hand. Over 60,000 individual tiles went into this pool. The black glass has a quality that regular pool tile doesn't. In full sun, the water in this pool appears to be a shade of deep sapphire that turns almost purple at the edges. It photographs unlike any pool you have ever seen. If you are ever at this property with a drone, you already know what to do. Okay, we're almost at the end, but I saved the absolute best for last. And when I walked in the master suite for the first time this morning, I actually said a word on camera that I cannot broadcast on YouTube. It is that good. Are you ready? Let's finish this. Yeah, that's why I reacted the way I did this morning. 180 square meters. Private suite. The bed. Look at this bed. It is a custom California king on a platform of solid black granite, floating on a plinth 3 steps above floor level. The headboard is backlit onyx. The ceiling above the bed is a mirror panel with an integrated star projection system. You lie in this bed and you look up, and it is a perfect replica of the night sky. The actual star positions from the night the owner moved into this house for the first time. The fireplace on the left, that is a bioethanol flame wall, 3 meters wide, no flue, no chimney, just a wall of clean fire between the bedroom and the dressing area. And the glass wall facing the pool opens completely, just like the great room. You could literally walk from your bed to the infinity pool without stepping on anything but smooth stone at any time of the day or night. This one is my favorite. The master suite has no light switches. None. Everything in this room, the firewall, the overhead lighting, the star ceiling, the blackout curtains, the terrace doors, is all controlled by a single voice assistant system that the owner has trained with a custom wake word. Something completely personal to them that nobody else would ever say randomly. The whole room listens for one word and then does whatever they ask. Lights, fire, music curtains, total control, total privacy. That is the future of luxury living, right there. I've toured a lot of homes. I love what I do, but every once in a while you walk into a place and you feel it, that every decision, every material, every detail was chosen with complete intention and zero compromise. This house is that. Every single room. And this is the cherry on top of the most extraordinary house I have ever stepped foot in. The rooftop observatory deck. 360 degrees of unobstructed views. And right here in the center, a permanent fire ring. It never goes out. The owner designed this as a gathering space. The place where you come with your closest people on the best nights, and you just exist above everything. There is a custom telescope installation at the north end, and that fire ring is positioned specifically so that when you stand at the telescope, the ring of fire in your peripheral vision mirrors the circular eyepiece. The architect confirmed that was intentional. Of course it was. Everything in this house is intentional. For any architects or designers watching, The entire property was designed using a single material palette of only 5 elements: black crystal, black granite, obsidian glass, raw steel, and water. 5 materials. The entire house. The restraint of that decision is what makes every room feel cohesive, even when the experiences are completely different. A masterclass in disciplined design. All right, let's recap what we just witnessed. 10 stops. 1 mansion. A fire driveway that lights with a single tap. A 15-meter Norwegian granite waterfall in the foyer. A great room with fire floating above water. A dining room surrounded by 400,000 liters of living ocean. A floating crystal staircase with 0 visible supports. Walls that look like the galaxy is trapped inside stone. An obsidian desk that weighs as much as a car. A spa fed by a natural underground spring. A master suite with the night sky on the ceiling. And a rooftop where fire and sky meet. This house isn't just architecture. It's a philosophy that fire and water, darkness and light, ancient materials and cutting-edge technology can all exist together in one extraordinary place. And they did it, flawlessly. If you made it this far, thank you. For real. You are the reason we make these videos. If this tour gave you even 1 second of absolute jaw drop, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps us reach more people who love this stuff as much as we do. Subscribe if you're not already, because we have 3 more tours coming this month that are going to make this one look like a starter home. Stick around. And if you could live in any one room in this house, just one, drop in the comments right now. I want to know. Mine? The aquatic dining room at midnight. No contest. Until next time, live beautifully. See you in the next one.